Hi, my name is Todd Lusheen. I am the Vice President for Region 5 for ASSP, and this is my late monthly update for August 2021. I've got about 7 things I'd like to talk to you about. First and foremost is the proposed governance change. Our delegates are going to be voting on it. We've already had 3 different meetings in August. On the 4th was a general member. On a week later, we had our Region 5, kind of a question and answer presentation. And then we had our caucus, our delegate caucus the week after that. We didn't have a lot of attendees, and so I'm going to kind of share with you what I learned in those 3 meetings. Essentially, I'm going to summarize it for you, and that is that currently the legal structure of the American Society of Safety Professionals is that we have a board of directors and we have a House of Delegates. The House of Delegates has representatives from all the different chapters. And in order to move changes forward, and there's a range of items that they're responsible for, the board of directors will propose changes, and then once a year the House of Delegates gets together and they vote. Though during the pandemic, we've had to go virtual with it. This has affected our society's ability to be agile in a changing marketplace. And so the board of directors assembled a group of very dedicated professionals with expertise in a wide variety of areas, representing different areas. And they spent a lot of time discussing, I think, like 13 or 14 different scenarios on how to possibly move past this issue that was discovered in the last 2 years. And so, again, the recommendation is to move the sole responsibility that was shared between the House of Delegates and the Board of Directors just to the Board of Directors. People have voiced their concern that, well, if we give them all that power, no check and balance, then they could just ruin things. No, that's not what they're about. We vote in those representatives, those officers on the board of directors. They're not out for destroying anything. They're for making things better. And so, that's a viable question. And then another question has been, well, who are these members that were on the committee that went through all these scenarios? Those were very good people too. They're not trying to isolate, power and take things over. They're not trying to hatch a scheme. They're trying to just make things better for you as a member, make things better for chapters, just trying to make sure that the business can remain very competitive in this marketplace, because it is changing. We've seen a lot of changes in the last year. Another thing is they're going to be creating an at-large committee, which all the House of Delegates people can then join right away and become the inaugural group that really formats what that means. As far as any member can join, each chapter and section should have representation, as should all the specialty groups, so that there is a regular discussion about what we'd like to do as a society, what the chapters need, what the regions need, what the specialty groups need. I think it's going to create better opportunities, but that's me. And in attending those 3 meetings, all my apprehensions have been resolved, and I see it only as a benefit. But you can go there and check it out. If you are either you were voted as a delegate for your chapter or you're going to be the proxy, the deadline for registration is September 14th. Should have received an email on August 18th with this registration information. I can put the link in the description below. When you click on it, you go here, you go register now, and it's free. And you sign up for the virtual meeting, which is going to be on September 28th from noon to 3 o'clock Central Standard Time. You'll go on. It'll be presented to you again. You can discuss it. So if you're going to be this person, first register, then talk to your chapter leaders and to your chapter members to find out what their feelings are on this governance change. I am also going to ask all members to participate in our Region 5 in this survey. It's 12 questions, should probably take you a minute, maybe up to 2 minutes to complete. You can do it by smartphone or tablet or computer. And so I'll put this link in the description as well. This is just me kind of assessing who our members are, what their needs are, what your plans are. And it's completely anonymous. It's completely voluntary. So I won't know what any one person says. There's no typing. So I can't find a way. You just click, 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 and we're all good. So please do that. Reminder that we have the annual PDC coming up. There's both an in-person and a a virtual version. You can still register. In the survey, I did ask whether you are going to be participating in this. And there's also an option to say, I don't know. We have the plan to host our fall regional operations committee meeting. This is primarily for the chapter and section officers. I'll be asking all the chapters to let me know whether they can participate in person or virtual, or if there's any concerns with travel. For the chapter officers, we have our fall leadership conference. It is going to be completely virtual. It's on October 21st, 22nd. I've got the link here. You can go here and register to participate. What it basically does is it gives you opportunities for professional development and to help you in your new role as either a chapter, section, or society leader. And if you're hearing this and you're like, I didn't know about all these volunteer opportunities. Great time, because nominations are currently open for all society level. That includes whether you want to run for an elected position, or you might want to be a volunteer on one of the council committees, or maybe you'd rather keep it local and run for a position on your local chapter or your local section. All these things are possible. You can just go to this membership, get involved, and read about all the different opportunities and figure out which ones you're interested in. And then you can go into the Leadership Connection, put your information and what your background is, and then those will be assessed. And then you'll be invited. Isn't that cool? Lastly, I want to wish everybody a happy and safe Labor Day. It's coming up. You may be watching this after Labor Day. In that case, I hope you had an enjoyable and safe weekend. And for any officers, if you're having any virtual meetings or phone call meetings that I could be invited on just to listen in or answer questions, you've got my 3 email addresses here, and I will put them down in the description. Sorry I went so long this month. Again, thank you all for your participation, and please reach out to me if you have any questions.